Good morning, everybody.
No, I don't want to.
Oh, come over
You
here
want
with me.
to get down? Okay.
Look,
Good morning, everybody.
I don't want to do.
Okay, well just
You don't
be
have to do
patient.
story time if you don't want to. And that's true for you too. You don't have to watch this video if you don't want to. But if you do, I am thrilled to have you here with me. My name is Mr. Channing. Would you like to read a book with me today? Oh, and before we get started, how do you feel today? Say it loud so you can hear how you feel. Thank you for sharing how you feel. Today we're doing something special. We are going to read a book as advertised, but also we are doing a fund drive. That means we're asking people for money. We're going to take all that money and put it together, and we're going to pay some workers, some people who work at a restaurant right here in Oakland, California, a restaurant called Cafe Gabriella. And we're going to pay those workers. Now normally when you go to a restaurant, you pay the workers to make some food for you to eat. But today we're going to pay those workers to make some food for some other people to eat. People who might not have enough food, people who might not know where they're going to sleep tonight, people who have a lot of things to worry about. And if they have a nice hot meal to eat, it's one less thing for them to worry about. How nice! That's something very simple that we can do to help each other out. So right now there's a lot of things to worry about. But if we work together, I think we can solve some of those problems. And as you can see, we've had a lot of folks donate already. We are almost at halfway of our goal. That means, why do I have this accent when I talk to you? I don't know. But sometimes it just sneaks in. You know how it is? We have had a lot of very generous folks donate already. We are at $426. That's a lot of money. We're going to try to make $1,000. That's even more money. But we're almost halfway there, and we are just getting officially started today. How wonderful. Oh, and before we start reading, I want to thank some folks who donated. I want to thank Caitlin Wood. Thank you, Caitlin Wood. Ryan J. Simons. Thank you, Ryan J. Simons. Ann Friedman. Thank you, Ann Friedman. Katie Blair. Thank you, Katie Blair. Michelle Wilkerson. Thank you, Michelle Wilkerson. Catherine Lemmy. Thank you, Catherine Lemmy. Elliot Dill. Thank you, Elliot Dill. Tessa Brunton. Thank you, Tessa Brunton. And Emily Doria. Thank you, Emily Doria. And I also want to thank Sophie Wadzak and Barbara Jean Walsh for donating to the National Bailout a few weeks ago, which I also asked for. Thank you so much to everyone. Is this going to balance here? If that falls over, please let me know. All right. Shall we read a book today? Are you ready? Let's get started. This book is, here it is. This book is called Green is a Chili Pepper, a Book of Colors, by Roseanne Greenfield Thong, illustrated by John Parra. Now, this book is about colors. Do you know some colors? Do you know about green? Do you know about yellow? Do you know about purple with silver polka dots? Oh, you know a lot of colors. This book is about colors. Most of this book is written in a language called English. Language means a whole bunch of words, and you know how to say them. But some of this book is written in a language called Spanish. Now, I don't speak that much Spanish, but fortunately for me, there are some pages at the back of this book called a glossary that will tell us what those words that we don't know, tell us what they mean. How nice. So we're going to take this chance to learn some new words together too. Because the way that you learn a word is that you start by not knowing the word. You know what I mean? All right, let's get started. Green is a Chili Pepper, a Book of Colors, by Roseanne Greenfield Thong, illustrated by John Parra, published by Chronicle. Read with permission, thank you so much. Oh, I think these look like some piñatas hanging out. Do you know what a piñata is? Have you ever been to a birthday party that had a piñata? We're going to learn more about what a piñata is later in this book, so keep watching. Green is a chili pepper. you see here? Let's see, I see a grown-up wearing an apron, and a stove, and a pot on the stove. I see a kid holding a plate with some rice and avocado. And I see a kid holding a big bundle of what looks like chili peppers. And I see, who is this? Is that a cat? Is that a little black cat? That looks kind of like one of my cats. If she comes in here, I'm going to pick her up and hug her and try to hold her up in front of the camera. But she's pretty shy, so she might not.
She just left to take a nap.
This says red. Do you see something on here that is red? Do you see some red chili peppers? Mm-hmm. You see a red apron? Mm-hmm. Red is a ristra. What is a ristra? I'm not sure. Should we look it up? Let's look it up. Let's find out. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R. All right. Ristra. Bundles of red chilies. They often hang in long strings in Mexican kitchens. This book takes place in a place called Mexico. They're used for flavoring and making sauce or salsa. You think they are spicy? You think they're spicy? They might be a little bit spicy. Do you like food that's a little bit spicy? You do? Sometimes? Red is a ristra. Red is a spice. Red is our salsa. Remember what that means? That means sauce. On top of rice. Ooh, how nice. Do you think these folks are going to eat? You think they've done some cooking? I think so. And down here, this says red. Or, the way you say red in Spanish is rojo. Can you say rojo? Rojo. Here's some more red things. What do you see that's red on this page? A lot of things. Do you see a big red skirt that's flapping around? You see a long red ribbon? Do you see a red hat and a belt and a scarf? Do you see a red... What is this part called? I don't know. I sort of assume that you don't know either. But if you do know, please shout it out. It's what? A flower. That's right. Is this the flower that sits on the record player so you can hear the sounds that come out? And I see some red... What are these? Are these flowers too? Are they red roses? Red is a ribbon. Red is a bow. Didn't even see that bow. And skirts for baile folklorico. What is that? Should we look it up? Starts with a B. A, B. Baile folklorico. Mexican folk dancing, known for heel stomping and swirling skirts. Oh, how interesting. That sounds like it would be very fun to watch and fun to do. Each part of Mexico has a different dance costume which can include ribbons, bows, fancy hair pieces and shawls for women, and colored ties, belts, wide-brimmed hats, and boots for men. So it sounds like their costume, the special outfit they wear, has shoes that sound real good when they stomp on a wooden floor, and hats that look real good when you wave them around, and skirts that look real good when you spin around in a circle. That sounds like it would be a lot of fun to watch. You see something on this page that is blue? A blue bird. That's right. Orange. You see something on this page that is orange? You see some orange pumpkins? You see an orange guitar? See some orange flowers?
What are these?
Oh, I see some orange balloons. Should we read this page and find out what this is?
What are these things that have right
are these things that have different faces? That's a great question. Let's read this page and see if we can find out. Should we do it? Orange are the marigolds on Day of the Dead. Orange are the platos for special bread. I see some orange plates here with special bread, but I'm not totally sure what Day of the Dead is. You think we can look it up? Let's look it up. Back to the glossary. Dia de los Muertos, or Day of the Dead. All right, here's what it is. On the 1st and 2nd of November every year, to try to remember and honor the dead, or to remember and honor the dead, cemetery graves are decorated with bright marigold flowers, candles, and a sweet bread called Pan de Muertos. Pan de Muertos. So I think that these are all people wearing costumes. They're wearing costumes just like you might wear at Halloween or on a different day. They're wearing costumes to look like skeletons. So there's real people under there. They're just wearing costumes and they are playing music and they are waving and they're having a big parade to let everyone know that they are thinking about everyone. Now this person is flying with a guitar. What do you think is happening there? Do you think this artist who painted this picture, do you think he used his imagination when he painted it? I think so. And they're holding the flower called an orange marigold. Day of the Dead is so you remember people in your family, people that you love, people that you used to know, people that you've heard about in your family, people who have died, who are not alive anymore. You spend a day and remember them. And think about them, make some loud noise and let them know that you're doing all right. And you hope they're doing all right too. And you bring this bread to the cemetery, to their gravestone, and you don't eat this bread. You just put it down there. Who is next? Oh, orange, and in Spanish to say naranja. Is that right? Naranja? What do you think? I think it's naranja. I think I mispronounced it the first time. Like I said, we're going to learn these words together. Do you see something yellow on this page? A lot of things. What kind of yellow things do you see? Oh, you see some yellow cupcakes with some steam coming off of them. They must have just been cooked. I see a yellow guitar hanging up and a yellow donkey. And who is this with yellow and black stripes?
Bee.
A bee. Yellow is masa. What is masa? Should we look it up? Let's do it. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M. Masa. A cornmeal dough. Oh, it's a dough. It's for baking. Used for foods like tamales and tortillas. Oh, I see. So they made the special dough out of corn, which is why it's yellow, because corn is yellow. And we use it to make, yellow is masa, we use to make tortillas, tamales, and sweet corn cake. Oh, that sounds good. I see, we said these look like cupcakes earlier. I see some corn cake down here. I see some, do you think these are tortillas? Or do you think this is a sweet cake? I think that's a sweet cake. Here's another one here too. You think these are the tamales? Mm-hmm. And I see, looks like these kids are looking in the window of the cocina, the bakery. Cocina, I believe, means kitchen. But again, we're learning these words together. But I think that this is a bakery. I think this is someone who cooks food and works in a restaurant. Just like the folks that we are raising money for today. What's this down here?
Bicycle.
A bicycle. That's right. Do you like to ride a bicycle?
No.
I like to ride a bicycle. Oh, yellow, and in Spanish, yellow is amarillo. You want to say it? Amarillo. You see something yellow on this page. A lot of things that are yellow. What's something that's yellow on this page? One thing. The stars, the moon. What else?
And then under the
Mm-hmm.
the bin.
All these stars and the moon. And people are holding some yellow things too. What do you think those are? Let's find out. Yellow are the stars that lighten the night. Yellow are faroles, flickering bright. There's another word I don't know. Should we look it up? A, B, C, D, E, F. Faroles. Lanterns made of colorful paper with a lit candle inside. Oh, I see. That sounds like it would make a very nice light. Sounds a little bit dangerous too. I bet you want a grown-up to help you with this. They are used for 9 nights before Christmas during posadas or processions through the village, or kind of like a walking parade. When participants stop at different homes to sing carols, to sing songs about Christmas, and to enjoy food. That sounds like a lot of fun. Yes, and I see everyone walking through the town, going to different places, seeing different things, meeting different people, and singing different songs. Oh, that looks very nice. What do you see on this page that is green? Do you see some green leaves? Do you see a green bench? Do you see a green tree behind the house? See some green buckets? Green are the corn stalks. Oh, that's what these plants are. These plants are growing corn. Ears of corn that are all wrapped up in green leaves when they grow. Green are the pails, the buckets. Green is a bench for abuela's tales. What does abuela mean? You know, we could look this one up, but I bet you can figure it out from context. Figuring it out from all the other things you see in the picture. I see some kids who are listening to a tale, and Sid, what did you just say?
Grandma.
Grandma. Do you think abuela means grandma? I think so too. Do you like to listen to stories that your grandma tells? Or your grandpa or someone else in your family who tells very good stories? Are you thinking of somebody right now? Green, verde. Can you say verde?
What is it?
Verde means green. Can you say verde? Oh, and I see someone else in this picture who is brown. You see an animal in this picture who is brown and who is clinging and climbing up a stalk of corn?
Yeah, that is
Who is it?
monkey.
A monkey. Oh, nice. How nice that monkey is helping with the corn. You think the monkey is helping out? Maybe. Green is a chili pepper. Spicy and hot. Now, I asked you before, but do you like food that's a little bit spicy?
Yeah.
Do you like food that is a lot spicy? No? Do you like food that has no flavor at all? Green is a chili pepper, spicy and hot. Green is cilantro inside our pot. Cilantro is a plant that people use as an ingredient in recipes. Some people think cilantro tastes very good, and to some people, cilantro just tastes bad. Can you believe it? Different people have different tastes, and sometimes your taste can change too. What else is in this pot? I think I see a carrot. I think I see an onion. I think I might see some lime. Oh, this looks good. Blue. Blue. What do you see that's blue on this page? There's one big thing. The sky is blue. I see a blue ladder. I see some blue string wrapping it around and around and around these sticks. I see a blue ocean or lake down here. Blue is the endless sky above and handmade crafts for those I love. These kids are making something special to give to the people that they love. Maybe it's their friends, maybe it's people in their family, Maybe it's a librarian. Mm-hmm. And they have a grown-up over here on a ladder who's helping them hang these all up into a tree. And this child is being sat upon by a chicken. Do you think that chicken loves this kid? I think so. Oh, by the way, how do you say purple? No. Let me try that again. It's okay to make mistakes sometimes. How do you say blue in Spanish? You say azul. Azul. I think that sounds very nice. Oh, what's happening here? Is this a fair? Mm-hmm, a carnival? A county fair with people riding on rides? And lots of music and people juggling while riding on a unicycle and games to play and all kinds of interesting things and lots of food to eat. Food that is probably not very healthy, but is very delicious. And I see a hot air balloon up here that is purple. And I see an octopus ride that is purple. And I see a tent that is red and purple. Purple are the rides that swirl and spin. And the Parra prizes that we win. Parra. What does that mean? Now, once again, I think I could look this up, but I bet you can figure it out. If you might call this a fair in English, what do you think Parra means? Do you think it means fair? I think so. I think so. Let's look it up just to be sure. Parra. Held during holidays, ferias are carnivals that often include rodeos, rides, food stalls, and game booths for winning prizes. So I think we were right. And how do you say purple in Spanish? Purpura. That's a little hard for me to say. I need to practice that word some more. But if I keep practicing, I think I'll be able to get it right. Purpura. Pink. Do you see something on this page that is pink?
Ribbon.
Oh, some pink ribbons. Whoosh, whoosh. I see a pink birthday cake. I see a pink candle. I see some pink candy. And I see a pink piñata. What is a piñata? Let's read this and find out. Pink are adornos and candles that glow. I don't know what adornos means. Let's look it up right now. Adornos. Decorations. Oh! They adorn things. They're adornos. They're decorations. I see a lot of decorations here. I see decorations hanging up in the tree. Decorations are things that are just there to look nice and to make the things that they are on look nice too. Pink are piñatas. Watch out below! Now this is the piñata. I see a kid here who looks like they were just wearing a blindfold over their eyes so they could not see. And they have a stick in their hand, and it looks like they just knocked a big hole into this ball, and a bunch of candy fell out. I think that kid was supposed to knock a hole in that piñata. It looks like that piñata is broken now. What do you think? Should we look up what a piñata is and see if it's okay to break it? Let's find out. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. Piñata. Containers made from paper mache. That means paper and glue and flour that's all mixed together to make a shell that's kind of hard but not too hard. Covered with colorful paper and filled with candy or toys. Oh! Breaking a hanging piñata is a favorite party game. Blindfolded children take turns hitting it with a stick until the treats drop to the ground. Oh, wow! Piñatas come in different shapes, like animals, trucks, soccer balls, unicorns, and cartoon characters. How interesting. Have you ever been to a birthday party that had a piñata? You know, I have a story about a piñata one year at my birthday party when I was a kid. That my grandfather sent a piñata for my birthday, and my parents hung it up and I hit it with a stick with all my friends around, and I had such a good time. And when I broke it open, you know what was inside? Nothing. Because my grandfather didn't put anything in it, and my family thought that he did, and he thought that they would. So when I broke it open, you know what I got? I got to have a great time breaking a piñata open is what I got. And I got that story that I still remember and I can tell you about. Pink. Rosa. Can you say rosa? Rosa is how you say pink. Do you like the color pink? Do you like the color pink? Some people like the color pink a whole lot. Mm-hmm. This page almost smells good. It's got some good looking food on it. Do you see something on this page that is brown? Some things that are sweet? Is that what you said? And you see some brown birds with blue bellies? Mm-hmm. And do you see, some brown, something in a bowl that everyone enjoys eating? I wonder if it is...
Coffee.
You think it's coffee? You think it's coffee or you think it's chocolate? Or do you think it's beef broth? What do you think? You think it's mud? Really? Oh, it could be mud. Let's read the book and find out. Brown is a churro. What is a churro? Let's look it up. A, B, C, churro. Long, thin, donut-like snacks that are fried until crunchy and sprinkled with cinnamon sugar. Oh, that sounds so good. Oh, that sounds so good. You know, while I'm here, I notice up here is the word chocolate. Now, I know what the word chocolate means. I'm very familiar with chocolate, I assure you. But maybe this is actually pronounced differently. Maybe you say it differently in Spanish. Maybe you say chocolate. Let's read what this says. Mexico is the birthplace of chocolate. Oh! Thank you, Mexico. Thank you very much for that contribution to the world. Pronounced chocolate in Spanish. Well, see, this is a good thing I read this book so I know how to pronounce it. Chocolate. Chocolate. If you are speaking to someone who speaks Spanish and you want to ask for some chocolate, that's how you do it. Chocolate. The ancient Aztecs enjoyed it as a hot drink. The Aztecs are people who lived a long time ago and built a lot of big pyramids and had a whole lot of interesting stories. They enjoyed it as a hot drink mixed with vanilla and chili pepper. And later, Europeans sweetened it. Europeans are people from a long way away, came over. They sweetened it by adding sugar and milk and removing the pepper. Oh, Europeans do not like it spicy. Well, not everyone likes spicy food. Mexican chocolate comes in bars, discs, syrup, and powder, and is used in a special meat sauce called mole. Oh, chocolate on meat. Chocolate for dinner? I've had it before, and I think it's delicious. I'll tell you what. I was about to say I would try it, like it's a hypothetical, but really, I love mole. Brown is a churro, warm and sweet, and homemade chocolate, a special treat. Are these kids dipping their churro into melted chocolate? Oh my goodness! Let's just stop story time and go eat some of this right now. Should we, or should we finish the book? Let's finish the book. Brown. Marron. Marron. Oh, and who is this down here? A chipmunk? Do you think it's a chipmunk or is it a squirrel? Has a pretty big tail. What do you think? You think it's a chipmunk or a squirrel with a big tail? Squirrel? I think it's a squirrel too. Oh, these are cacao pods. This is what chocolate looks like when it just grows on the plant. Looks very different. White are the flowers we put in a vase, and sugar skulls, and handmade lace. This kid and this grown-up, they're making something to remember people in their family, people that they love who have died, who are not alive anymore. They're spending some time to think about those folks. It seems very nice. It might not be, maybe it feels happy, maybe it feels sad, maybe it feels angry. Sometimes it's nice to spend some time with those feelings and with those memories. You know what I mean? I see a white dog and some white sugar skulls, some little statues or sculptures of skulls, the bone inside your head, that are made out of sugar. And some lace and some flowers and an apron. White. Blanco. Blanco. White are the doves. What is a dove? Oh, a bird. Okay. That chatter and coo, and the palomitas for me and you. Now, I think from context we can figure out what palomitas is. Context means what else do we see in the picture? Now I see something else white. I know it's not the doves, because we just talked about the doves. What is this? The kid is throwing down. Does that look like popcorn? Mm-hmm. Do you like popcorn? Do you like to make popcorn? Have you ever made popcorn on the stove with the grown-ups in your family and listen to it go? I think it's a lot of fun. Palomitas means popcorn. And you can eat it, and the birds can eat it too. I see a bird sitting up here in a nest. I think that bird is taking care of some eggs. I think so. The world is a rainbow of wonder and fun. Ribbons of colors rolled into one. That's right, there's a lot of different colors in the world. Yeah, ponchos, sarapes. What is a sarape? What is a poncho? Sarape, a long rectangular piece of wool cloth worn around the shoulders or used as a blanket. Sarapes usually have dark backgrounds with brightly colored stripes and fringe on the end. And a poncho is a blanket-like coat with a hole for the head, worn over the shoulders. Oh, so I see some ponchos here. I see a sarape. I think I see a poncho. Mm-hmm. And xylophones too. Oh, here's a xylophone. Well, that xylophone has a lot of colors. These beautiful colors are waiting for you. And these last pages are the glossary that we read. Thank you, glossary. Thank you for telling us what these words mean. And there's a lot more words in here too. The Give yourself a round of applause. Thank you for reading that book with me. Folks, thank you so much for reading this book with me today. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I enjoyed reading it with you. And like I said at the beginning, we are raising money this week to pay workers at a local restaurant, Cafe Gabriella in downtown Oakland. We're going to pay them so that they can cook and deliver hot meals to folks who need them. We're trying to raise $1,000. And we are almost halfway there already. We're going to be doing this for another 6 mornings. So I hope we can get there. If you can help us out, wonderful. If you don't have some money you can share right now, I understand.
How many meals
You
a day?
can. Oh, and $1,000 is going to feed 100 people, by the way. That's $10 a meal. So 100 meals for $1,000. If we make more than $1,000, we'll see what we can do. I think we can feed some more people. If you don't have any money to donate right now, that's fine. If you can tell people about this fundraiser, share this with your friends, I would appreciate it. Or if you just want to tune in and watch some stories and read some books with me, I would love it. I love reading books with you. Thank you so much. We will see you next time, tomorrow morning with a new book. Bye-bye. Oh, and by the way, if you want to donate, there's information in the link in my bio. Okay, I'm really leaving now. Goodbye.